Some people watch me. Warm up the mouth first, before I start this video. Real quick, before I start this video, a little tip. Before you embark on a quest of communication, make sure you get that mouth warmed up. Just like everything, Sports. Okay, that's pretty much the only thing that you need to warm up for. Fitness. Never mind. Sports. Fitness. Gotta warm up. Same thing, deal with communication. Gotta warm up that mouth, Get one of these going. He. And one of these. Ho. So you go. Ho. He. Ho. I would suggest about 5 to 10 reps, alright? Then take like a 10-second break and another 5 to 10 reps. So, no matter how stupid you look, before you start a conversation with anyone, you should be like, hold up. He, ho, he, ho, he, ho, he, ho, he, ho. He, ho, he, ho, he, ho, he, ho, he, ho. Hello. And they may think that you're weird, but in reality, you're not weird. You're prepared. Anyways, now that I'm prepared, get prepared for what I'm about to give to you. I want to give you some motivation. I believe that everyone needs motivation, especially you. So, I want to give it to you because I'm nice and I'm friendly and I'm kind. You're welcome. As per any motivational video, I'm going to get my voice very intense so that you are captured by the frequencies that are emitted from your device. Every single person that is watching this video is smart. In fact, every single person that is watching this video is the smartest species that we have ever known, ever seen, ever heard, ever encountered. You're the smartest thing ever. So, if you're ever feeling like a bozo, if you're ever feeling like a ding-dong, remember that you are the smartest being ever. There are crickets and walruses and penguins that envy you. They envy your lifestyle, alright? So, when you're down, think about the cricket. That guy lives outside, alright? And he's just begging for attention constantly. He's just making those noises constantly, begging for attention. Alright? You don't gotta beg for attention. You gotta, hey! And attention will be given to you. I guarantee you, if you go outside and give one of these, hey! Just once, in front of a public, people will give you attention, alright? Do you know how many times crickets chirp? Too many! And no one gives a crap, Crickets are depressed, and that's a fact, because I just said it. Anyways, you're smart. You're a human being, you understand language, and you're smart. So you need to realize that you can use whatever intelligence you have, even though it may not be the most high intelligence relative to other human beings. You use what you have. You have access to the internet, so that's a huge resource that you can use in order to better yourself. And you gotta figure out what you want to do. So I guarantee you, where you are in life right now is not where you wish you could be. You wish you could be a little happier. You wish you could have a little bit more money. You wish you could be more successful. You wish you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You wish you had this. You wish you had that. That's great. Good to have wishes, alright? What's better is to make it happen. Figure it out. Alright, you want a girlfriend. Step 1. You need to talk to girls. You need to go outside and talk to girls. And you should put pants on and you should put a shirt on before you go outside and talk to girls. And maybe spray some cologne to make yourself smell less like a dying animal. Or shower. Those are 2 good tips I would give to anyone who's trying to talk to girls. Don't smell like dying animals and shower. Let's say you're addicted to something, alright? Heroin, meth, crack, marijuana. You can be addicted to marijuana, by the way, alright? I am not against marijuana, alright? I think that every drug should be legal. I've done marijuana. I've smoked weed, alright? Done marijuana is the stupidest thing I've ever said. I'm sorry. I've smoked weed. And you can be addicted to weed, alright? Every single person that says you can't be is lying, alright? I'm not saying it's bad to be addicted to weed. I am saying it's bad to be addicted to weed, actually. But it's not the worst thing ever, alright? Weed is like ice cream, in my opinion. People are addicted to ice cream. I have a buddy who eats ice cream every single day, alright? That's not good. Smoking weed every single day, eating ice cream every single day, both not good. However, my ice cream friend lives a full and happy life, alright? And he eats his ice cream. It's not healthy, but there's probably some side effects, but he's fine, alright? In order for him to better his life, he should probably cut out the ice cream. It'll probably have some negative effects later on. Weed, it's a mental thing. It affects your motivation. It changes your mood, all right? You don't realize it, but it does. It changes your mood. I smoked weed every single day for like a year, all right? I understand what weed does. So don't say, oh, you've never smoked weed. I smoked weed all the time, my friend. I smoked grams a day, a lot, all right? I get it. It affected my mood. It affected my motivation. Those are things. So if you're addicted to something, all right, take efforts to change yourself, all right? And I'm not saying that you have to cut it. You know, let's say you've done meth for 4 years every single day, and now you want to change, so you're just going to stop doing meth, all right? That's not a good idea. Straight up, that's not a good idea. If you want to stop an addiction, don't just cut it clean, all right? That's not a good idea. You're going to have the cravings. You're going to have, you're going to have things inside of you, and you're going to be like, crap, this sucks. Whatever reason why you started the addiction, or whatever is going on, in your life, it's not going to just go away. So this addiction is going to be super hard, and you're going to go back to it 10 times harder, and now you're addicted even harder, all right? My suggestion for stopping addictions is figure it out. Figure out what's going on in your life first. So let's say, like me, I hated the mundane task of my life when I was addicted to weed. I hated the mundaneness of my life, all right? In order for me to stop smoking weed, I needed to do stuff, all right? And that involved going outside, playing sports, talking to people, traveling. Those 4 got me off of weed. And now I'm happier, and I feel better about myself, and I feel healthier. All right, so let's say you're addicted to something, all right? No matter what it is, you're addicted to it. It could be video games. It could be ice cream. It could be drugs. It could be alcohol. It could be whatever. It could be sex. All right? Figure out what's going on in your life. If you're addicted to sex, you probably don't do that much else. If you just think about sex all day and just have sex all day, that's freaking cool. All right? I don't do that. I kind of am jealous, but I'm not that jealous because I do other things with my life. And so should you. So pick up hiking, go bike riding, figure out another hobby, another thing that you can replace your addiction with. Rather than just cutting it and just living your boring life, make your life less boring. And then you won't need your whatever you're addicted to. I guarantee it. If you have an exciting, just freaking full life, and you're just happy, and you're figuring stuff out, you're trying to get smarter, you're trying to figure stuff out, you're trying to frickin'. I lost my train of thought a little bit there, I'll admit. However, point remains. Replace your addiction with cool stuff that make you happy. More motivation. If you are not in a place in life where you want to be, figure it out. All right? So let's say you're fat. I'm sorry. Let's say you're overweight. Figure it out. Why are you eating so much, and why are you not exercising enough? Those are the two things. There's literally only two things to being overweight. You're eating crap, and you're not exercising enough. In reality, your weight is your body is very evolved. It understands things. So your weight depicts your lifestyle. So, when people, I've been told, I judge people based on the way they look, but it's true. The way you look depicts your lifestyle, all right? So me, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm not overweight in the slightest. I am pretty skinny, all right? I move around a lot and I don't eat that much. So that depicts my lifestyle. If you're overweight, it depicts one of two things. And maybe a combination of those two things. Either you eat too much calories, or you don't move enough. Or both. So, evolutionarily speaking, your body is reacting to what's going on. And it understands that you just sit on the couch all day and you just consume constantly. So it's just going to store it all, Because you're hibernating, right? That's what you're doing. Oh no, you're just going to do this for the rest of your life? Well, your body doesn't know that because that's just weird. But you're supposed to be hibernating, Well, that's kind of what you're doing, just constantly. So now, after you've hibernated for however long you have been hibernating, because that's what you've been doing. You've been not moving and you've been eating. Why don't you get out of your hibernation and start freaking moving? Start eating less and start moving, all right? Let's say you live 2 miles away from your work. Why not, instead of drive to your work, why not bike or walk or anything but drive? Why not use your body to get to places? Let's say you wanted to go to the grocery store and you only want to pick up a few things, and the grocery store is around the block. Why don't you freaking go to the grocery store on your own 2 feet, which you've been given, and grab the bags and freaking do some bicep curls on the way back? I don't know. Figure it out. All right? And let's say you're eating because you're depressed. And I understand that. I've been depressed before. Trust me, I've been depressed. All right? I was in a really bad spot in my life, and I didn't turn to food, but I turned to other things. But I get it. If you're eating because you're depressed, that's a freaking problem. All right? That's a huge problem. Depression is an issue that is not focused in society enough. I'm going to yell that. I'm going to yell everything. I'm yelling. Okay. Anyways, if you're depressed if you're depressed and you're eating, it's possibly you're in a freaking feedback loop, all right? Hear me out. Maybe you got depressed for something to start. So maybe, let's say, you got dumped, all right? And you got depressed and you started eating, all right? Here, watch. This is the feedback loop, all right? So keep up with me. You got dumped, all right? Right here. And now you're depressed and now you start eating, all right? And then you get fat, and then you look at yourself, and you feel self-conscious, and then you're depressed, and then you start eating, and then you get fat, and then you look at yourself, and then you feel self-conscious, and then you start eating, and then you're fat, and then you look at yourself, and then you're self-conscious. Oh my gosh, you're in a loop. You're in a loop. Figure that out and say, yo, I'm in a loop. And I figured it out. When you get out of the loop, you will feel better about yourself. And then you will